Hello and welcome back to Retired Happy Again. I'm Carolyn, your retired friend from Mississippi, and I thank every one of you for all the responses and the comments I got to the question and answer program last week. So I had no idea that it would touch so many of you, or I would get so many responses back. And I'm so glad to know that we are connecting and that we have so many things in common, even though we may not be neighbors or live in the same neighborhood, but we have so many things that we share in common on this retirement journey. So I want to thank each one of you for all the comments that you've made, all your events in your life and your hobbies that you shared with me. And today is Sunday, but you'll see this tomorrow. So I'm finishing up Plan A, which was a long plan, is why I couldn't do it all in one setting because it would have been so long. So today we'll finish up and I'll show you the tuna pasta salad and the recipe for it. And the recipe for the tuna pasta salad is in the Cooking with Maggie cookbook. So if you have the Cooking with Maggie cookbook, the tuna pasta salad is in here. If you don't have it, my books are available on maggiesneighborhood.etsy.com. So that is the tuna pasta salad. I'll finish that up and then I'll finally be through with Plan A. And I had to go to Plan B because Plan A was so long. And I also want to thank Sharon for Our Daily Bread. I've been reading it every day and it is a very good devotional book. If you haven't had it or don't have it, I highly recommend it. It's short, it's brief, it gives a Bible verse, a little application to life story, and then a little prayer at the end. So today, my thankful for today is we have so many new little young birds. They're not baby birds because they're already out of the nest, but they're young birds. So they've already left the nest and they're small. But spring is the beginning, new beginnings and new life, and we have a lot of cardinals out in our area, more than I have seen in any spring so far. And then I have bluebirds in my bluebird house, and when I was walking Maisie today, a bluebird, brightest blue, beautiful, and he was down in the grass in my little front yard looking for some lunch. So he stopped by to say hi to Maisie and me after lunch today. So that's my thankful for today. So the good word for today is the little verse that I put on my quilted heart, handmade just for you note cards. And I put that on each little heart that I make. And it's for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, John 3:16, that whosoever believes in him shall have everlasting life. So I have a new batch of those that I'm putting up on Etsy. And so those are always fun to make. I have a tutorial way back, and I'll put the link on that in the description box at the end on how to make the little quilted hearts. So I put them in a package with an envelope, and it's just a fun little thing to do. I also suggested when you're giving a gift to a neighbor, or maybe taking a dish over to a new neighbor who's just moved in your area, or when you go out to eat, put your tip in one of these little cards and write a little note and say, thank you for your service today, God bless you, or something like that, and that will make their day. So another request I had is for this vest. They wanted me to wear it and show how it looks, so I wore it to church today, and I'll stand up in just a minute and let you see the full length. But this is a crochet pattern on Ophelia Talks, Anya Tynes. I've been following her for 6 or 7, maybe 8 years. She lives in UK, and the name of her YouTube channel is Ophelia Talks Crochet, and she has that. another design of hers that I made. She had this on one of hers, and it's a little spinner. And she did those, and those are really cute. I did have some hanging out on my back porch, and they got kind of deteriorated from the sun and the wind, so this one I brought inside. But she has a lot of really cute patterns, and I've made several of her blankets, big blankets, so she has challenging patterns that we can learn from. So I'm going to stand up and show you my outfit that I wore and how I wear this vest, and I really like it. I always get compliments on it. This one, and then I made the green one, and I think you've seen the green one hanging on the back wall. It looks like it's gray, but it's really green. So you can see this one's gray, this one's green, but it's a muted green. And strangely enough, I got both of these yarns at Dollar Tree. It was $1, well now it's $1.25 a pack for the yarn, and it is cotton yarn. So I get lots of compliments on this one too when I wear it. So next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, what we're going to do is a little bit different. Maisie has made a lot of friends on our Retired Happy Journey. So Wednesday, I'm going to show you, I'm filming it today, but it will post on Wednesday. So I'm going to show you what I fixed for my lunch today. It's quick, easy. I can cook it and eat and be through by 1 o'clock. Then Maisie and I go for her little short walk. Then we come home and take a nap on Sunday afternoon. So Wednesday will be a day in the life of Maisie. So that will be cute. It will be a lot of fun. So now I'm going to stand up and show you my vest. Thank you all for sharing so much. Thank you for letting me know that you have tried some of the recipes that I've posted. You've let me know that you've tried the cornbread and the strawberry cobbler and several different things that I forget. But thank you. I'm glad that you're joining this journey. I'm glad that you're sharing and contributing to it and putting your input in on what you like to do and different things that you do, because I have learned so much from watching other people on YouTube. This is real life. There's not a script written. We're not actors. We're not practicing to be an actor or actress in an artificial world that's dreamed up by somebody in an office somewhere. This is real life, and we show what we eat, where we go, what we think, what we do, just how daily life really is, and that I like that. So this is the vest, and somehow, I don't know how I did it, but somehow I made the back longer than the front, and I like it. I guess my tension must have been a little bit looser when I was making that panel of it, but it joins on the sides, it joins on the top, and really all it is just a crocheted rectangle, and then the rectangle is joined on the shoulders for a shoulder seam and joined on part of the side. So I wore it to church today with my long sleeve cotton shirt, my white linen pants, and then in case you can't see it when I get back, I have some gray canvas shoes that match the vest perfectly. So on this top, I can show you also what I was showing on my wardrobe, how much difference it makes to pull your sleeves up, and it narrows how wide you are. So this is with the sleeves up, this is with the sleeves down. Looks a little bit more loose and frumpy with the sleeves down. So there you go. And I really like this vest. If you go to Ophelia Talks Crochet, I believe it's the Soul Bolero pattern, but if you scroll down through all her apparel patterns, you'll see it and recognize it. It's easy, it's quick, it looks difficult, but it's really not. It's really a fun pattern to make. So that's the vest, and until next time, share your smile with everyone you see, and thank you for spending some of your time with me today. Now, to cook the pasta salad this morning, I'm going to fix elbow macaroni. I like the shell macaroni, but I haven't been able to find it, so I don't think they make it anymore. But for the tuna pasta salad, when the kids were growing up, I liked shell macaroni. So I'm going to use 1.5 cups. I have 4 cups of water in my boiler. Added a teaspoon of salt, so I have that on high so it will come to a boil. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of elbow macaroni and let that cook. In another boiler, I have 3 eggs boiling, and they are almost done. So on another video, I told you how I boil my eggs. I get the water up to a boil, then I put the eggs in the water that's already boiling, turn it down a little bit so it keeps boiling but not on high, and then I let it boil for 10 minutes, take it out, pour the hot water off, put cool water on, and they peel perfectly every time. Now the eggs are done and they're in the boiler with cold water on them. The macaroni is done, so I'm going to start spooning the macaroni into my bowl. And no, I don't rinse my macaroni and I don't rinse my rice, because after studying nutrition in school and studying nutrition on my own, there's a lot of vitamins and minerals that go down the drain in that water that I need. So I'm spooning it with my strainer spoon and just scooping out all the macaroni into my bowl, my big mixing bowl, and then I'm going to just let my macaroni sit there and cool before I start adding the tuna, the mayonnaise, and the pickled relish. So this is my macaroni in my boiler, macaroni in my boiler, and I'm putting it into my bowl, and then I'm going to just let it cool. In the meantime, I'm chopping my celery. I have 1 stalk celery I'm chopping, and I have my 2 cans of tuna, mayonnaise, pickle relish, and my eggs. And I let the macaroni boil for 12 minutes until I'm scooping it out. It will continue to get softer after I start adding the tuna and the mayonnaise and the pickle relish to it. And but I have to let the macaroni cool before I start adding that. So now my pasta is cooled enough I can start adding my other ingredients to it. So I have 2 cans of tuna packed in water. And when I drained my tuna, I poured the water into Maisie's bowl, and Maisie can have some tuna for her lunch. So waste not, want not, and Maisie will enjoy it. So I have 2 cans of tuna. Okay. And I love these new little spatulas I got at Dollar Tree. I knew I would enjoy those. So now I have the tuna in, and I have 1 stalk celery that I have chopped. And this is celery I got last month when I went to the grocery store. I already had it on hand. And the way I keep my celery to last so long, when I get it home from the grocery store, I cut the end off of it, the root, and then wash it really good with cold water. Put it back in this long, I love these long plastic bags they have at the grocery store. And then I put it in there and put it in my crisper drawer, and it stays fresh and crisp. And that's the way I do. Well, I don't put my lettuce back in bag. And when I get fresh lettuce from the grocery store, I'll rinse it, cut the end off of it, rinse it, and wrap it in a towel. So now I have sweet pickle relish. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of pickle relish and Dijon mustard. I'm going to add a good squirt of that. That's about 2 tablespoons because I have a lot of pasta in here. And the reason I'm making so much, this is more than I will ever eat, but I'm going to share some with my neighbor down the street. She shares with me when she gets something new, and I share with her, so that way we have something different. So now the mayonnaise, I'm going to just add it until it looks like it's the right consistency. So far I have about, I'd say 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. So we'll see how that looks. Now the only other thing I have to add is my chopped egg. And that's what, I add things that will make it more nutritious, and the more things I can add in my salad, I think the better for us it is, and the more things we can incorporate in our diet. Okay, that looks plenty. I don't need any more mayonnaise than that. That looks good. And while the pasta's sitting, it will absorb some of the mayonnaise. So that looks really good. Now, let's get the eggs. And these are the boiled eggs. And I'm going to put them under the water and peel them. And they come out perfect. I have not had one single egg stick and not peel since I've been cooking them by this method. So I'm going to use 2 boiled eggs chopped. And I'm almost out of eggs. I priced eggs at the grocery store and they were just so high. I'm going to go back to Costco this afternoon. And last time I was there, I thought the eggs would go down in price after Easter, but so far they haven't. So I'm going to chop the eggs now. So I have 2 eggs. And we'll dice that, chop it. And I like to have 1 egg slice to put on top of the pasta salad just for decoration. So I'm going to save 1 slice of the second egg. Okay, there's 1 egg. And now I'm going to take the center slice out of this egg and set it aside and chop the rest of it. Because we want our food to look good as well as taste good. There's an old saying that we eat with our eyes before we eat with our mouths. So, and especially with children in your family, you want it to look appetizing. So if the children haven't tried it before, they'll be a lot more inclined to try it. I'm sorry I can't put my camera down. This little tripod won't let me bend my camera, so I just have to show you everything as we go. So that's the egg slice I have reserved to put on top for decoration. So now we're going to mix the egg all in it. And I think this will give me plenty of servings. See, now the mayonnaise has already absorbed into the pasta a good bit, so it's not nearly as mayonnaise-y. That's not a correct word, but it's not nearly as mayonnaise-y as it was before I chopped the egg. Okay. Now, after I get through, I like to sprinkle a little bit of Cavender's Greek seasoning on the top, and that helps to give it an extra good flavor. So this is my storage bowl that I'm going to store it in the refrigerator. So I'm going to pour all of it in the bowl. And this really made a lot of salad. So you can tell from 1.5 cups of macaroni, if it was just for me, I would have only used 1/2 cup and then 1 can of tuna. But I, on purpose, wanted to make a little bit more to have to share. So there we go. That looks good. Good, good, good. Now to get it dressed up and look good, so now I'm going to put the little egg slice right in the middle. And I have my tomatoes, they're already washed. So I'm going to quarter the tomatoes and put the tomato slices right around the edge of the bowl. And I'll show you in just a minute how that's going to look. And I serve this, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill because it's a lot better chilled. I think you can eat it warm, but I think it's a lot better when it's chilled. And I always serve it with either Triscuit crackers or Wheatsworth crackers. In the past, when the kids were growing up, we always had Wheatsworth. And now I usually have Triscuit on hand more. Okay, so this is the way it's looking so far. Now I went to my garden and I picked some fresh basil leaves. So I'm going to get some of the fresh basil. I've already washed it under cold water in the sink. So I'm going to take the basil and put it right around the top. Oh, this basil smells so good. If you've never grown fresh basil in your garden, it is not hard at all, and it makes the most wonderful tomato basil sandwiches. When I went to Italy, we had basil. It was really a meal. We had the fresh, soft mozzarella cheese, the chopped tomatoes, the chopped basil, olive oil, and garlic, and put that over toast. And it is just a meal. Every time I have it and I fix it, I think I'm back in Italy. So now I have my Cavender's Greek seasoning. I'm going to give a little sprinkle right over the top. And I'm not going to taste it and try it right now for you on camera because I know it's going to taste really, really good. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill. So this is the tuna pasta salad, and it is going to be so good and nutritious. We have the pasta, the tuna, the eggs, the tomatoes, the basil, and I'm going to put it with the Wheatsworth or the Triscuit crackers. Now, if you wanted to, if you like lettuce, then you can put this on a plate on a lettuce leaf and serve it that way. And I have had this when I've had ladies over for lunch and when I had company, and everybody loves it. Okay, there we go. That's the tuna pasta salad. I hope you try it and enjoy it because it is good. Hey, Maze.